Have you ever wondered what used to exist before the paved roads that run through your town, or the highway you use to get to and from work? There were likely families and businesses, even forests and wildlife, that were cut down, uprooted, and forced to move just so those roads could get laid. You could say it was for the betterment of society, but you probably weren't one of the people that were kicked out of their homes and communities. Let's take a deeper look into the wild world of American highways, those concrete arteries that crisscross our nation like a game of pickup sticks played by a caffeinated giant. And trust me, it's a story paved with good intentions, questionable decisions, and enough asphalt to pave the moon. Twice. Did you know the interstate highway system is over 47,000 miles long? Grab your road trip snacks, buckle your seatbelt, and get ready for a hilarious and thought-provoking journey through America's highway history, because you are going to enjoy this much more than you expected. From the iconic Route 66 to the engineering marvels of today, there's a lot to uncover. Before we had highways, getting around was about as fun as a root canal. Imagine trying to navigate muddy paths on horseback or in a rickety wagon. It was a test of endurance and patience. It was enough to make you wish for a flying car, or at least a decent pair of shock absorbers. The struggle was real. But then, like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day, came the automobile. A game changer in every sense. Suddenly, everyone and their grandma were itching to hit the open road. The excitement was palpable. But there was just one tiny problem. America's roads were about as ready for the automobile as a goldfish is for a marathon. They were a mess. They were bumpy, muddy, and about as well planned as a toddler's birthday party. Chaos reigned supreme. It was clear that America needed a serious road trip makeover. The call for better roads was loud and clear, and so the journey to modern highways began. A journey that would transform the nation. Enter Dwight D. Eisenhower, America's very own highway hero. After witnessing the efficiency of Germany's Autobahn during World War II, Eisenhower returned home with a vision to crisscross America with a network of superhighways that would make even the Autobahn jealous. And thus, the interstate highway system was born. This ambitious project would span over 41,000 miles, connecting cities, towns, and rural areas like never before. Now, Eisenhower wasn't exactly a one-man show. He had a whole team of engineers, planners, and politicians who helped bring his highway dreams to life. This team worked tirelessly, overcoming countless obstacles, from funding issues to technical challenges. But let's be real, when it comes to highways, Eisenhower was the head honcho, the big cheese, the sultan of speed. He was to highways what Elvis was to hip swivels, the undisputed king. His vision not only revolutionized American transportation, but also boosted the economy and transformed the landscape of the nation. And his legacy? It's still rolling strong today. The interstate highway system remains a vital part of America's infrastructure, a testament to Eisenhower's foresight and determination. Now I know what you're thinking. Highways, highways, highways. It's all sunshine and rainbows, right? Well, hold your horses, my friend. While those shiny new highways were great for getting from point A to B faster than you could say road trip, they also sliced through the heart of many American cities, often dividing communities and displacing residents. Imagine this. You're living your best life in a vibrant, tight-knit community. Your neighbors are like family. The local bakery knows your order by heart, and life is good. Then, bam! The highway bulldozers arrive, gobbling up homes and businesses like a hungry hippo at a salad bar. Not exactly the recipe for community cohesion, right? And so, dreams were divided, just like the cities. These highways, while marvels of engineering, often ignored the human element. Protests erupted, maps were redrawn, but the concrete giants marched on. Parks turned into parking lots, playgrounds into overpasses, and the memories of what once was lingered in the hearts of those who lived through it. And if you thought highway construction was a level playing field, buckle up, Buttercup, because you're in for a bumpy ride. The story of America's highways is a tale of two roads, one paved with privilege and the other with prejudice. Sadly, The racial injustices of the Jim Crow era were baked right into the asphalt of America's highways. These roads weren't just pathways, they were instruments of segregation, designed to keep communities apart. Black and brown communities were often targeted for highway construction, their homes and businesses deemed expendable in the name of progress. Entire neighborhoods were erased, replaced by concrete and steel. Meanwhile, white communities were often spared the bulldozer's wrath, their neighborhoods protected by a combination of political clout and, let's be honest, good old-fashioned racism. Politicians and planners ensured that highways bypassed affluent areas, preserving their tranquility. The result? A highway system that reinforced existing racial and economic disparities, dividing communities and limiting opportunities for generations to come. These roads became physical and symbolic barriers, shaping the social landscape of America. But amidst the division, there were voices of resistance, communities fighting back to reclaim their neighborhoods and demand justice. These acts of defiance were the seeds of a broader movement for civil rights and urban renewal, challenging the status quo and striving for a more equitable future. But many were left to fend for themselves, grappling with uncertainty and fear. Imagine having to say goodbye to your childhood home, your favorite park, and the corner store where everyone knew your name. It was enough to make you want to pack your bags and hitchhike to Canada. The sense of loss was palpable, leaving behind a trail of broken dreams and economic hardship. Communities were torn apart. It was a classic case of out of sight, out of mind, as if these lives were invisible. As the needs and concerns of these displaced communities were often ignored or dismissed, their voices were silenced. The memories of their old neighborhoods lingered, a bittersweet reminder of what was lost. The past was a ghost that haunted them. Building highways ain't cheap, that's for sure. The cost runs into billions of dollars. And guess who foots the bill? That's right, taxpayers. Your hard-earned money funds these massive projects. All that asphalt, all those cars spewing exhaust. Not exactly a recipe for a healthy planet, is it? The environmental toll is staggering. So, here we are, cruising down the highway of history. These roads have seen it all, from the Model T to the muscle cars of the 60s. America's love affair with the automobile is still going strong, with road trips becoming a rite of passage for many, but the honeymoon phase with highways, yeah, that's definitely over. Our once pristine roads are now plagued with potholes and traffic jams. We're starting to realize that those concrete behemoths come with a hefty price tag, one that extends beyond just the financial costs. It's measured not just in dollars and cents, but in the strain on our national budget and resources. The social equity and environmental sustainability of our communities have also taken a hit, with many neighborhoods bearing the brunt of pollution and displacement. And let's not forget the very soul of our communities. Highways have often sliced through the heart of towns, altering their character forever. The legacy of America's highways is a complex and often contradictory one. They've connected us, divided us, and everything in between. They've fueled our economy, ravaged our environment, and shaped the very fabric of our nation. From coast to coast, these roads tell a story of ambition, progress, and the unintended consequences of our drive to connect. Do we just keep on trucking, paving over our problems with more asphalt? Well, that's beyond my pay grade, and likely yours too. So for now, just like and subscribe to the channel to help me on my path, and good luck to you on yours.